Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Another mad weekend, Premier League, throwing up some crazy results. Fulham running through United at the Swamp. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing with the derby coming up. Carabao Cup final, Liverpool, Chelsea. Had to sit and watch all morning on Sky Sports. You know, the Liverpool loving Klopp's babies or something they're saying, Klopp's kids. Seeing a picture of Jurgen Klopp asleep on the plane with a Carabao Cup in his arms, like it's a European Cup and all that nonsense that they go on about. Seeing all that this morning. And then Arsenal, good win against Newcastle. And then City, another frustrating game, 1-0 win away at Bournemouth. A lot of City fans are frustrated. A lot of City fans are panicking a little bit, saying we're not blowing teams away. We're not dominating games like we should do, like we was last year. Getting a bit worried. But to be honest, I'd be worried if we was losing. I'd be worried if we were playing really, really well and losing. So it's an old thing in football, isn't it? When they say, listen, if you're winning and you're playing bad, it's not bad. Do you know what I mean? Another 1-0. Another, would you say, fortunate win towards the end. Bournemouth could have nicked one. City riding our luck out a little bit. Edison, again, outstanding. You know what I mean? Doesn't get the credit he deserves, but he was really, really good. But Bournemouth's a tough place to go. It's not a great place to go. Never liked going to Bournemouth myself. Didn't go at weekend. Had a few family things to do. So decided not to go Bournemouth, get it all done. But it's a word that I haven't used for a while, which I said at the beginning of the season. If you look at my first posts on here, I said the word of the season is going to be efficient. And I think it was an efficient performance. You know what I mean? We look at the team. There's no Kevin De Bruyne in the team. There was no Kyle Walker in the team. No Julian Alvarez in the team. Mateus Nunes was starting on the left. Kovacic was deep with Rodri. The team looked okay to me. You know what I mean? I thought, fair enough. We looked solid. The back four, for me, Akanji, Ake, Diaz, Stones is the best back four in my opinion. In my opinion, I think we look a lot more solid playing that way. Johnny Stones stepping into midfield. I think they highlighted it on Sky. The touch map of John Stones' touches were literally all over the park. Unbelievable play, unbelievable centre half. City are definitely a better side with John Stones in there. So it was good to see him back. And the game started off much of a muchness, you know what I mean? City started to dominate, had a lot of possession. Phil Foden was starting to pick the ball up in the middle of the park and work his magic. Erling Haaland, a little layoffs here and there, coming deep. It was working, you know what I mean? We had a good early chance. Erling came through. I wouldn't say he's one-on-one, but he was pretty clear. I thought he was going to smash it hard and low bottom corner, but he's tried to put it round the keeper and he missed. It was a great chance. Really should have scored. A lot of pressure on Erling at the minute, coming back from injury. A lot of people getting on his case. Why? I don't know. I've had City fans DMing me over it and stuff. Listen, you know, the better you do in this Manchester City team, the worse you thought of. Because if he set the bar that high, if he doesn't score, he's a flop. If he misses a chance, he's a flop. He can't win. Do you know what I mean? Relax. Last season was a freak of nature for any striker. He broke the record in the Premier League. It was a freak of nature fact. So do not judge him on that all the time. He's still scoring goals. He's still getting chances and we're still winning games. That is all you can judge him on. Do you know what I mean? Do not expect that kind of performance, 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals every week. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Last season was different. He's had his problems this year. He's coming back good and he's doing okay. Anyway, Kovacic in midfield. I like Kovacic in midfield. I think he's good in tight spaces. I think he drives with the ball. I think he's a lot better than Calvin Phillips was in there. And I think Kovacic has got a part to play in this title running. With the games coming thick and fast with the FA Cup, etc. Kovacic, for me, if he's fit, he'll be getting game time. One thing I do like about Kovacic is he always looks for the run of Haaland. If he sees the run of Haaland, he will try and dink it into him. Exactly where the goal came from. Kovacic looks up, dinks the ball over the top into Haaland. Haaland uses his strength, holds up the defender, takes a shot across goal. Goalkeeper palms it out. Who's there? Phil Foden, world-class Phil Foden, our star boy, Stockport Iniesta, whatever you want to call him. He's one of our own. Phil Foden taps it in. 16th goal of the season. Brilliant from Phil Foden. Really come to life these last few weeks in midfield. Really getting to grips that midfield role now. Realising how important he is in there. Getting a grip of the ball. Getting himself on the ball nice and early. Getting the passes off. Getting the shots off. And I think Phil Foden at the minute is probably our best player. So he puts us 1-0 up. You're going in at half time and I'm not worried. I'm sat there and I'm thinking it's going to be 3 or 4. Turn the screw second half. No problem. Anyway, City have other ideas. Bournemouth came out. They tried to throw the kitchen sink at us. They had some great chances. Couldn't really finish. Ederson made some fantastic saves. And we did find ourselves near the end of the game under the cosh a little bit. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? You're going to get this. The lads have had a fantastic few years. The energy levels and everything and what we've done and put into these seasons has been fantastic. And at the minute, we're on the coattails of the leaders. We're scraping these results. But we've got a fully fit squad to come back to. Pep Guardiola will get it right. Mark my words, Pep Guardiola will get it right. These next 5 games will determine whether we win the league or not for me. That is how I'm thinking it. United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Brighton away. This will determine if this team will win the league or whether this team will fall flat. And at the end of the day, we've got to get behind them. We've got to keep moving. Do you know what I mean? The second half performance wasn't up to our high standards. It wasn't. You know what I mean? I had a City fan message me and he said, Steve, you shouldn't accept mediocrity now. We're a big club now. And I'm like, where have you got that idea that I accept mediocrity? I know the level of expectation we should be putting in. I know the level of performance we should be putting in. But what I'm trying to tell people is every big club, every club that wins things has the same level of performance. And they don't always put it in. Otherwise, everyone's team would always win. Do you know what I mean? We've got to look at the circumstances. We've got to look at the games that are coming. We've got to look at the injuries and we've got to look at the squad management. And at the end of the day, Pep's doing what he needs to do to get us in a position to go for this title. Are we riding our luck a little bit? Yeah, probably, yeah. We're not smashing teams left, right and centre. But often the team that's smashing teams doesn't win the league. Last season, Arsenal ran away with it early doors, 245 games at the top. Smashing teams left, right and centre. Everybody said, going to win the league. Did they win the league? No. This season, early doors, Tottenham, smashing teams, playing great football. Did they win the league? No. Aston Villa, middle of the season, start to get the rhythm going. Beating teams, home, away, winning stuff. Are they going to win the league? No. So little old City, who people are saying are having a bad patch and not playing well, considering that, we're second. We're 1 point of Liverpool, 1 point ahead of Arsenal. So it's not about how good you play all the time. It's about playing well when it matters. And at the end of the day, we didn't play well, but we got the points. We've got 2 big games coming up this week. Yeah. Luton Town in the Cup on Tuesday. Not going to be easy. And the Swamp Dwellers on Sunday. Not going to be easy. I know Man United just got run off Fulham, but derby days are different days. You know that. We know that. We've been to Old Trafford with Benjani and Darius Vassell up front. They've had Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, and we've won. So, you know, it's easy to look at things on paper, but it doesn't always go that way. But anyway, the game filtered out near the end. We rolled our luck. Edison made some great saves. Kevin De Bruyne came on late. I thought Kev was a little, I don't know, I think it looked like he was thinking about his injury and that. He didn't really push himself. He had a chance at the end. He didn't really look convicted that he was going to finish it. And, you know, it's one of them things. But we got the job done. We've seen it out. We won the game. Good 3 points on the South Coast. Bournemouth will take points off people, I think. They play some good football, you know, and I think that manager's got them ticking over. But we did the job. We got the job done. 3 points in the bag and we move. On to Luton. Tuesday night, I'm going to Luton. Kenilworth Road. Proper old school football ground. Tuesday night under the lights. FA Cup, no VAR. Straight toe-to-toe bang up between Man City and Luton. Don't know what to expect. Anything can happen in the FA Cup. Don't know if Pep's going to change the team around a little bit. Alvarez, maybe he might come in for a game. He didn't start. Maybe Haaland will be rested for the derby. Maybe we play a false nine. I wouldn't be bothered with that. Play a false nine. Give Erling a rest. Nunes again on the left. I think he did okay against Bournemouth. He did okay. He's trying things. He's different to obviously Doku. Doku comes on and it's all a bit mad. Nunes, at least he was, you know, trying to keep it simple, but the jury's still out on him. Will Kyle Walker start? He didn't start against Bournemouth. Will Kyle come in? Will he rest John Stones? We need John Stones for the running. United, you know what I mean? Just me personally on the United thing, I think we need to go out there Sunday and fucking flatten them. Absolutely flatten them. Do not show them any fucking mercy at all. Do not show them any mercy at all. They're the only football club in the world that wants sympathy. The United fans are like, oh, you're going to go easy on us on Sunday. No. Make sure you tell Pep to go. No, let's not do that. Let's fucking hammer you Sunday. Absolutely destroy you. If you're all walking out on 45 minutes crying your eyes out, I'm an happy man. Simple as that. So you're not getting any favours of us. You know what I mean? We know what you're about. Yeah. Don't be fucking crying at all week. Jim Radcliffe this. Omar Baradi that. Jason Wilcox this. You get slapped off Fulham and you want a fucking sympathy card. It's not happening, lads. Make sure you turn up on Sunday because we're having it. Man City going to wipe the fucking floor with you. Anyway, before I get involved in that derby rant, you know what I mean? I've got to keep a lid on it. It's derby day Sunday, not today. Don't want to blow me top. Don't want to shoot me shot too early. So I'm relaxing, but I'm just getting it in there because I've heard an awful lot of United fans this week crying at home. So if you got to work this week and any of your mates going, you'll beat us on Sunday. Oh, it'll be 5-0 on Sunday. Tell them to fuck off. Yeah, because we've heard all that for years, mate. Where's your chest? I was going there with Sean Goater. In my head was knowing was going to get tonked. I'm telling all them Reds in work, we're going to do you on Sunday, mate. You watch what we do to you on Sunday. That's all you got to be on a derby. Get your chest out. Show a bit of pride, bit of Mancunian pride. But don't let them off the hook. Oh, you might beat us because Fulham did and you're going to run right through us. Get in the bin. Get in the bin with all your sob stories, mate. Save the sob stories for Jeremy Kyle. He's going to listen to it, not us. But, yeah. So, Luton in the cup. Mad one. We won there this season. It was tough. We scraped it in the end at Luton. We did. Luton just going to go for it, aren't they? It's a free shot. It's money in the bank if they get through. They've got the champions coming to town. They're under the lights. To get behind them, FA Cup tie. We just got to get through it. Get through it. No injuries. Get through it. Get into the draw for the next round and move on. You know what I mean? That's what my opinion is. You know what I mean? It was good to see Jack Grealish on the bench at weekend. Obviously, his injury wasn't as bad as first thought, so we're happy with that. Hopefully, he can get some minutes. You know, lots of City fans have had to eat a bit of humble pie with Jack since he was missing. After the Copenhagen game, they realised that the balance in the squad, you know, they'd say, you know, he don't take anyone on, he don't shoot, he don't do this. It's frustrating. When he's out of the team, the balance looks lopsided. You've got to admit, we're not as fluent without Jack in the team. So, listen, Pep knows what he's doing. So, basically, we've covered Bournemouth. We've said what we need to say about that. We've got Luton on Tuesday. Anyone that's going down to the game, people was asking me about parking. Parking's a nightmare. I drove past Kenilworth Road last time. I dropped down. The ground was on my left. There was a mini roundabout at the bottom, and there was a car park on your right, a big public car park. I parked in there. When I came out the ground, I walked across the road. I got in my car, I was straight on the motorway. So that's the place. If you're there early, that is the place. It's right next to the ground, like a public car park. So I would park there. You sort of walk up an embankment over the motorway bridge, and then you're at the ground. So I would park there. Let's get behind the boys tomorrow night. FA Cup, non-stop. If you see me at the ground, come say hello. It's always good to talk to people. And at the end of the day, we keep on moving. All we can do is keep on moving. We've got big games coming up. We've got to get that momentum that we had last year on and off the pitch. Got to get the fans, the players, the management, the club all on the same page. Keep on moving. If we want to defend this title, we want to win this Champions League and FA Cup, we've got to do what we did last season. It proved it worked. Everybody get behind the team. Everybody get behind the players. We can't have this fucking divide and people moaning and all that. I know you've got certain levels. We all have. But there's no point in moaning now. We're still winning. You know what I mean? If we drop a stinker and we lose a game, moan like fuck. You're entitled to. But we're even moaning now when we're winning. Is that how entitled we're getting now? Come on. Be fair. You know what I mean? But listen, I'll see you Tuesday. Luton. Great win at Bournemouth. Swamp at weekend. Look out for the derby previews this week. I am on Mank Talk with Saeed. We're going to walk around the Etihad on Thursday. I am doing Nathan Ellington, ex-Wigan player, the Duke of Ellington. He's got his own podcast. He's a United fan. I'm doing that with him on Friday. And hopefully I'll get a United fan on my channel this week and we'll talk about the derby. Keep going. Hit the likes. Subscribe. TikTok. Doing a lot of lives on TikTok at the minute. Going live for 30, 40, 50 minutes. Follow me on TikTok. And yeah, we keep going, Blues. Come on, City.